So our enemies have pretty much identical behaviors, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but most games that feature enemies of different types tend to vary it between the enemies. So we're going to add a behavior to our spider called fleeing, which essentially means if our enemy drops below a certain health threshold, they'll try to run away from you, and because they don't want to die, so they want to get away from your guy. So what we're going to do is hop into our NPC script, and at the top in our variables up here, what we're going to do is add a public boolean called will flee. And we're going to assign this a default value of false. And the reason that we're doing that is the only enemy we want to flee is our spider. We don't want them all to flee. So we need to specify in the inspector which specific enemy we want to flee. Now, I personally am going to choose the spider. You can choose one of any of the 4 enemies, but I think the spider makes the most sense. And plus, I don't like spiders. I prefer that they run away from me. We also need to add a private variable that is associated with our NPC health script. So we'll say private NPC health, and we'll call this my health. What we need to do then is drop down into our start method in between our little curly brackets and underneath our number of destinations line. And we're going to say my health is equal to get component my health. I'm sorry, not my health, NPC health. And add our brackets and our parentheses and our semicolon, and that'll get us our NPC health component. And then what we need to do is add a little bit of stuff to our conditional here. So what we need to do is say if attack and we need parentheses here. We need to say if attack and not will flee. So if our character is not, or if this specific NPC is not meant to flee, we want to specify, or we want them to always attack, even if they're below the health threshold. So we say if not will flee, or with the 2 vertical lines there above your enter key, we'll say or will flee and my health dot health is greater than 40. And we also want to make sure that this second part, the will flee and my health greater than 40, is in its own set of parentheses. So we add an open parenthesis and another closed parenthesis at the end there. And now you'll see if you highlight it, you've got these 2 parentheses here, and we've got this one here. We need to add a third one, which I know it looks like a lot, but that's how many you need. And now, if we have an NPC that we set will flee to true, if their health is ever 40 or less, they will not attack, and instead, if they are close to the player with low health, they will try to run away. However, if they do not have will flee set to true, they will always just continue and attack. We can go ahead and demo this. Let's see if I can get the spider to cooperate here. So we'll set the will flee variable on our spider to true, and then we will just click play. And you'll see everybody move towards their start destinations. But once we get close to the spider, he'll turn around and attack us. We'll try to hit him a couple times here. Nice. Yep, so there we go. Now we hit him down to 40. He's going to try to run away and catch up to his friends, but we're not going to let him. But if you see, I track down our other guys and get them to fight me. They will not run away when they hit 40, and that's exactly what we want. Let's see, let me kill them all here. There.